Hello, Crystal. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone. We'll get started here shortly. Just gonna let everybody in, so we'll give it a couple minutes. Probably 9:02. I don't want to waste your time today. Hope everybody's having a good day. As you're waiting, today we're going to be talking about how to get the most out of LinkedIn. I think a lot of you use LinkedIn just like me. I use it, but I really want to learn how to be a power user in it. And today we have Miss Crystal Ochimba is going to take us through how to get the most out of LinkedIn. And I'll start it here. I'm going to give it one more minute so I can give her enough time to get through everything. And I'll be letting everyone else in as we get to talk. Crystal, I'm going to stop sharing and allow you to share your screen.
Okay, sounds good. Let me
And
pull up my screen here. Presentation mode.
there you go.
Perfect,
And I tell you what,
perfect.
I'll monitor letting everybody in and you can take it away. Thank you for joining us today, Crystal, and I'll let you do what you do.
Perfect. Thank you. All righty. And let me pull up my chat as well because I typically my webinars are
Yeah,
very interactive. Um and Mark, you can still see my screen, right?
yeah, I just did something. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. I was gonna
Okay.
open up the chat. I'm gonna make sure that people can use the chat. Um, yeah, everyone, the chat is open. So if you have any questions, I'm letting you in the room. So if you have questions, you can raise your hand and I can unmute you, or you can put it in the chat and I'll be monitoring that. So go ahead,
Perfect.
Crystal.
Perfect, perfect. Good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal Ochimba, and I am a MBA grad and a business coach. And I'm also a small business owner, quite like many of you as well. So today is how to get the most out of LinkedIn, how to get noticed, build relationships, and generate real opportunities on LinkedIn. Uh-oh, someone can't see my screen.
Can everybody else, can someone unmute and see if I can see you can see your screen, please?
We can see her screen, but it's just a blank screen. We can see that it's on the website, but it's not showing anything for us unless that's the same for her.
Mm.
Oh, no,
Mm-mm.
I can see it. Just stop, unshare and share again.
Okay, let me see. Share content.
Yeah, I could
Let me
see
try
it.
this. Okay. Hmm.
Tap to view.
Yeah, it's sharing my desktop. Let me try again.
You know what's really interesting? This is something new, but I clicked up at the top where it says your screen, and then I clicked on it and it shared. Zoom keeps changing how they do things. Can you guys see it now?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Okay,
Perfect.
good deal. All right. It's really bizarre. All these new features of Zoom. All right.
All right, perfect. All righty. So, how to get the most out of LinkedIn, how to get noticed, build relationships, and generate real opportunities on LinkedIn. As small business owners, I think a lot of times we don't use LinkedIn to our fullest opportunity or to our fullest ability. Sometimes people associate LinkedIn with getting jobs, but that's not necessarily or always the case. And so today I'm just going to give a few tips on how I advise, my coaching clients as well as myself, um, on how to use LinkedIn to the best of our ability to get opportunities, built relationships. The way that I've built my LinkedIn has been opportunities come to me. Or if I want a particular opportunity, I go out there and I get it. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that I use to connect with people on LinkedIn. So, my background, who am I? Who is this lady out here speaking to you, right? So, as I mentioned before, I help entrepreneurs and professionals get clear, get visible, as well as grow with strategy. I bring real world experience, practical tools, and honest guidance to help you move forward with confidence. So, I am an MBA grad. I do have my MBA in marketing and business. I am a college professor, so I teach and mentor and equip the next generation of business leaders, in which I am grateful for that. I definitely feel as though paying it forward when it comes to this next generation of business owners and professionals is very important that I am a part of cultivating that. I am also a business coach, so I coach entrepreneurs and professionals. And then I am also a business owner myself. I own a med spa in Atlanta, Georgia. I've been in business for 7 years. I started my med spa from the ground up, from scratch. So hopefully, later, if you guys see me later, I'll be glad to share my story on how I pivoted out of corporate and I started my own business in a completely different industry, without loans, without heavy debt and things of that sort. So I always believe in you don't have to stop everything in order to pivot. You just need the right strategy in the next step. And I'm very results driven. Excuse me. And you'll learn in this webinar, I'm very much a doer and I love that people participate. So we have quite a few people in the webinar, and I would love to, in just a moment, love to see exactly, who everyone is and what everyone is doing, where they are in their business journey. So drop into the chat, if you could, for me, please, the name of your business, the industry, because sometimes the name doesn't make it obvious of the industry, and then one business goal for 2026 that you have. And please drop that into the chat. When I do webinars and speaking engagements, I love to know who's in the room so that way I can tailor my examples towards who is in the room. So I have CMOS Depot, which is good. We make CMOS taste good. Okay. Thank you, Shauna. Anyone else would like to say good morning? Capital Anchor Solutions, government contracting. Very good. And your goal, Shauna, is being consistent with posting on social media and scaling. That's amazing. I think this webinar is going to be really good for you, Shauna, because LinkedIn is not just social media, even though, we post on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, but LinkedIn is really a good avenue for not just promoting your business. I use LinkedIn to promote my business, but you'll see I use it in a different way. Shauna said, won't you do it? Absolutely. Beyond Physical Therapy, outpatient physical therapy clinic. Amazing. Looking to expand the wellness business in 2026. Awesome. Creative Worlds. Oh, awesome. Literature and entertainment. Finally get started in 2026. Okay. You're Monet, you're getting certified in AI. That's amazing. I use AI a lot. Mark, we have to get another AI class going on in the next couple of weeks. I'd love to share some of my things.
We can make that happen.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Clutch Boss Services. I like that name, Jamie. Logistics, hauling, contracting, growing a fleet. Amazing. Thank you, everyone. And I know there's more people online, and I will definitely continue to read those. So, how LinkedIn actually works. Okay. So, LinkedIn can be used for three core uses. LinkedIn is not just social media, it's a searchable database of decision makers. So, for LinkedIn, I use LinkedIn for visibility, yes, content, your profile. And I'll show you what that looks like because, again, you would use LinkedIn differently than what do you call that? Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. LinkedIn is really for relationship building, so connections and conversation, as well as opportunities. So we are all in the people business, regardless of what you run. We are in the customer business, we are in the people business. So we are looking for clients, partnerships. For me, I was on there, connecting with people for speaking engagements and other roles that can drive this portion of my business forward. So the three LinkedIn formulas: visibility. So for you, have a clear headline. Who do you help and how? And you saw in my presentation when I first started, I told you exactly what I did, and I will show you my LinkedIn profile shortly as well. Banner, that's your positioning and your content, the proof, not the fluff. Okay, so profile plus content equals being found or adding credibility. My adjunct professor position, I was offered that position without interviewing for it, without applying for it. The person was looking for me because my profile said what they needed to know. A lot of speaking engagements, a lot of partnerships, not necessarily clients. I don't necessarily get clients from LinkedIn, but I do in the industry or in the avenue that we're in as business owners. You don't necessarily want clients from LinkedIn. You want partnerships, right? So I saw some people are in government contracting, logistics. You want to get government contracts. You want partnerships. You want contracts from LinkedIn. You don't clients are good, but if we reach for the stars, we can get larger amounts of contracts and larger clients from LinkedIn. Number two, relationships. Don't wait, go find your people. Again, I do a very good job of being found on LinkedIn, but I also do a very good job of finding people on LinkedIn. And I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. A clear connection note. When we are on LinkedIn connecting with people, it's not just about clicking connection or connects, right? You always want to leave a nice connection note and let them know what you are looking for and why you would like to connect with them. Connection notes are going to get you accepted faster than just clicking connect. And then follow up. Where the connection is made, you always want to follow up. All right, and then opportunities. You want to show your expertise, stay visible, and then make clear offers, subtle but intentional. So again, this isn't Facebook. So you don't want to say, oh, this is what I do, book now, book here, but you want to show your expertise. And I'll show you based on the content that I created. And a lot of times I use AI for a lot of the things that I do, including writing my profile, my headlines, my content. I just go through, please, 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 when you use AI, go through and make it human and make it sound like you, because people can always tell if it's AI if you don't make it human. So the elements of a strong LinkedIn profile: a headline, an about section, so a story or authority, and a CTA, which is a call to action. Your experience, which is a positioning, not a job description. A featured section, which I use articles that I've written, features, things of that sort. If you have not been, published in an article or a publication, I would recommend perhaps you write a few and publish those. That really establishes authority, and then your content. So you can see here on the right side of the screen, I have my name there, and corrective skin specialist, skin of color. I'm the founder of Crystal Ngazi Beauty. I'm working on another business called Millinar Labs, and then also adjunct professor in entrepreneurship. Your profile should answer the why now, and how to work with you. And you can see here, I am on my LinkedIn. I actually changed some things around, but entrepreneurship, a program facilitator, curriculum builder. That's how I ended up with a lot of speaking engagements, partnerships. And again, AI helped me out with this. I said, hey, AI, this is what I do. This is what I'm looking for. Help me create a headline that encompasses that. And then you'll see here, I have my about section. very clear about what I do. I help people of color, struggling with acne and pigmentation to achieve clear, healthy skin. Again, AI helped me write this, but I made sure that it was human. And then at the bottom, I put, hey, if you're looking for advanced corrective skincare, thoughtful conversations around, technology and skin of color, or opportunities to collaborate around beauty, data, and education. And then you'll see here my articles again. If you've ever been featured, if you won awards, anything like that, you want to put that in the featured section. That again, not only increases visibility, but it also increases credibility. And then you'll see here, you'll see the posts. Let me click on one of these. These are all videos. I do recommend mixing it up, videos, photos.
Hey, Crystal, I have a quick question.
Sure.
As far as the feature section, can you go back up to the features section?
Yes.
So you're saying that people can post their articles to their own blog and then repost them here under the features section? Is that what you meant by that?
Yes, so you can post to your own website, to your own blog, and show
Okay.
here your feature section. You can also write for other publications. Some of these publications I started writing for, industry publications. I started writing for. I contacted them. I contacted the editor and said, hey, I have a few article ideas. Here are the titles. Let me know if you want to know more. And they contacted me. And now I regularly write for some of these publications. Some of them are paid, some of them are not paid. However, getting paid isn't necessarily always the goal. Visibility and credibility is. So now I have people coming to me for, it's specifically in the med spa and in the beauty world. I have people coming to me for coaching and speaking engagements because they see me in these articles. So, like I said before, I highly encourage you to reach out to some of these industry publications within your own industry in order to gain credibility and visibility.
Yeah, I asked that because I've written a lot of articles for a lot of different publications, but I've never posted them on LinkedIn. I never really thought
Yeah.
about that. But we do have another question, Ms. Pettaway.
Yes. I don't remember. I have a LinkedIn profile. I don't remember seeing this featured on my LinkedIn. Is it a part of the free plan or the premium plan?
It is still a part of, I pay for the premium, but it is a part of the free plan for sure. You may have to go up to this little toggle here and add it. If you scroll down, you should be able to add the feature section. That's a great question. But yeah, you can definitely add it on your profile, and it should be free unless they changed it, but it should be free. And I do encourage, if you have an opportunity to get the premium plan. I actually came in on a special and then I just kept it recurring. Hey, it's a business expense. I write it off on my taxes. But I do pay for a premium, and Monet, I'm glad you brought that up. I do pay for the premium just because it does get you more visibility and it allows me to do more searches. If you're in that space where you'll be searching for different people, and I'll go through that in just a moment. But you'll see here with one of my posts here, I'm speaking about the client. Let me try to find the actual. Let me see. I have written posts as well. So I have videos, and now these go on my social media as well, by the way. I do have a written post on here. So you'll see with the written posts, I talk about the full circle moment, how I was invited to write for an industry publication, an industry book. And I talk about, my expertise, the credibility, and how this is a full circle moment. I tag Milady in it, which is the name of the book, and then they reshared it. And then that's how I got more speaking opportunities from there as well, and more clients. And then you'll see here, You have a CTA. So a lot of times your call to action will be book now, book here, call us for more information. But on LinkedIn, instead of that, what you want to do is really, really drive home that you're the expert. Again, using AI, you can say, hey, this is my social media post, but I want to tailor it for LinkedIn. So this is what I want to say at the end. So at the end, I talk about how I specialize in skin barrier repair and I'm a skin and color expert versus book now, call me now. Shy, yes, I would definitely go back to the opportunity slide in just a moment. And then again, you'll see here, I'm a founder, lead esthetician for my own business here. I talk about what I do. I list some of the other opportunities and businesses. I don't have too many on here. I only have 4. I've been working in the industry for the last 12 years, even though I've owned my own business for 7 years. I've been contracting and doing other things that are related for the last 12 years. So I write that here. I just kind of lump it all together. So if some of you guys work corporate jobs or came from corporate, I would lump all of your corporate experience here. But for the most part, if you're a business owner, I would make your LinkedIn a business owner LinkedIn. So yes, let me go back. Okay, cool. Opportunities. Somebody asked to go back to the opportunities. Is this the one, Shy, that you were referring to? You can come off of mute if you can. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Meanwhile, I have more logistics people, food and beverage, spicy pop, delicious hot dogs. Ooh, Teresa, that sounds good. Okay. All right. So putting it all together, I do have a few examples, and then I will do maybe a hot seat if someone would love to be in the spotlight and get some I guess on the job training, some free advice on your LinkedIn. I would love to be able to do that. If not, we can do some Q&A and then we will wrap it up. I do have a free download for you guys towards the end. So putting it all together, this is an example of a chef and a restaurant owner. I see some food and beverage people here, so maybe this will help. So this person, beautiful young lady, she's a chef and a restaurant owner, and she wants to use LinkedIn to grow her business beyond foot traffic. So some of her business goals could be on LinkedIn, attract catering and corporate clients. Remember, on LinkedIn, we want to think big. We're not just thinking, I want someone to buy one thing. I want someone to buy all of the things. I want a large corporate contract. I want a government contract, what have you. Being a chef, she can do either. So she wants a large catering or corporate clients. She wants to build event and venue partnerships, increase visibility as a chef and a brand, and create new revenue opportunities. And LinkedIn can help her do that. Who can she connect with? She can connect with office managers and HR leaders. Again, we're thinking big. So we're not thinking, we're not thinking on a mom and pop level of, okay, who can just buy my catering services once? Who can I become and build that opportunity to be in their Rolodex? So every time they have a business event, a gala, what have you, a Christmas party, who can I become top of mind with, right? So she wants to connect with office managers and HR leaders, right? Team lunches, catering orders, event planners and wedding coordinators, hotel managers and venue owners, local business owners as well, partnerships and referrals, and then media and content creators for features and exposure. Again, these are people, if you are in the food and beverage industry, maybe there is a local magazine or a local blog or a local website that you can connect with and say, hey, I have an idea for an article. AI can help you with that as well. AI, I am a chef and restaurant owner in the Atlanta area. I want to write for Atlanta Magazine on their food and beverage spotlight article. Give me 3 topics. Then you write to the editor. Hey, editor, my name is, this is the business that I own. I have 3 articles. I have 3 article ideas. Don't give them the whole article without a contract, but just give them 3 top ideas of the article that you can write. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, sure, write it. And then you get published. So now, Mr. Hotel Manager, Mrs. Venue Owner, Mrs. Event Planner, Wedding Coordinator, they read those articles. You can put that on your featured LinkedIn, and now you have credibility. So the key thought is that the goal isn't more followers on LinkedIn. It's the right connections that lead to revenue. What would someone like a chef or a restaurant owner post behind the scenes in the kitchen? Remember, we're not trying to get regular one-time low ticket item clients. We're trying to get big corporate contracts. Signature dishes and menu highlights, catering setup and past events that you've done. Client experiences and testimonials. People love that, right? Credibility, visibility again. Simple tips, how to plan food for your next event. Make your profile clear on what they offer, on what she offers. So catering, events, dining. Connect with people intentionally, not randomly. Remember, the events coordinator. Stay consistent and visible, 2 to 3 posts per week. There are several apps out there where you can do recurring posts. All of those posts that you see that I posted 5 hours ago, I was asleep. I use the app to post those for me, and I have it recurring every 30 to 60 days. So you have to think that every time your post is recurring, you're actually getting a new audience. The same people don't necessarily see your same posts. So what I did is I curated 90 days worth of posts up front, and then I had my assistant add additional posts every time I think of one, and it's recurring.
Question. Did you create these posts and then schedule them to go on LinkedIn, or did you use a tool to do the whole 90 days or 30-day schedule? How did you make that happen?
I did. So there is a app called Later. And there's also another app called Hootsuite.
Okay, I
And
remember. Yeah.
and then there is one more. I forgot the name. I'm gonna have to share
I've
it.
used one called Buffer, but
Buffer's good. Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yep. And so I just basically I used the Google Docs, and this was before I was using AI as well, but I used a Google Docs form and I curated all of my posts, daily posts, and then I uploaded it into Later, Buffer, Hootsuite,
Mhm.
and I set it recurring for every, some posts every 30 days, every 60 days, every 90, and then every time about once a month I sit there and I make about 5 or more posts, and then I post it again for recurring.
So you're saying you have one post that you put out, the same post every 30 days?
Every 30 days. If you don't have I would maybe stretch it to every 60 to 90. It just really all
Okay.
depends. But I have so much content now that, yeah, I have it recurring every 60 to 90 days, and it just recurs and it makes it seem like I'm on LinkedIn at all times.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you can stay consistent with using some of those tools, and you want to focus on value, not perfection. What was she message? So remember the connection note when you're meeting with the events team, meeting planner. Hi, Mr. Meeting Planner. I saw that you plan, corporate events for ESPN. I'm a local chef and I would love to connect. Once they actually connect or they accept your connection, I'm more on LinkedIn than I am on Facebook or Instagram. And so every morning, when I get to my office, I log on, I see who has connected with me. I say, hey, thanks for connecting. Do you ever need catering or food vendors for your events or your team? And they'll say, oh, no. Okay, well, I would love that if you can keep me in mind or keep you in your Rolodex. Or to move the needle a little bit more, what types of events do you typically plan or support? And they say, oh, you know what? I typically plan galas. Great. When is your next gala? Or you look on the website. Oh, I see that the gala is coming up in July. Have you selected your chef yet? Have you selected your caterer yet? I would love to be considered. Move the needle even more. Hey, I would love to hop on a 15-minute call to tell you more about what I do. And again, you can use AI to prep for that meeting too. I'm going to have a t-shirt that says AI made me do it. Because when I tell you, if used properly, it can be an amazing tool. So what this turns into: more inquiries and bookings, more corporate and event clients, stronger partnerships, and you more visibility and, as a trusted expert. So end result, she can go from just a restaurant to a brand with opportunities and partnerships and consistent growth. LinkedIn is not, again, social media. It's a business tool. If you use it intentionally, the doors will open. Alrighty, second example, independent insurance agent. I don't know if anybody's an independent insurance agent or something in that field, but I wanted to make sure that what I was teaching was going to be applicable to several different industries. So this particular person wants to grow or use their LinkedIn to get more clients, referrals, and consistent business. Her business goals are to get more policyholders, life, health, business, build a strong referral network, increase trust and credibility, create consistent long-term clients. So who should she connect with? Small business owners, real estate agents, and mortgage brokers. Those are great referral sources. Financial advisors and accountants, HR leaders and office managers, everyday professionals. This is where your publications and your credibility, maybe awards, things of that sort, this is where that would come into play. And so the key thought, sorry, my screen is cut off here. People don't buy insurance from strangers. And I'll tell you that. They buy from people that they know and trust. For me, when I'm looking for a new service, if I'm looking for a caterer, insurance, anything really, I always go with referrals first. I always go with the people that I know first and people in my circle. There's just better credibility there. What should she post? Simple breakdowns of insurance, make it easy to understand. What most people don't know about. So, 3 myths about health insurance, 3 myths about life insurance, real life scenarios, so claims and coverage gaps and lessons. If you see on my LinkedIn profile, I will post real stories about clients, how they came to me. They came from dermatologists, or they used something on their skin that burned them, and now I'm here to help them. I give short stories either via text or video about how they came to me. I paint the picture about how I transform their skin. That's what hooks people, because I show my knowledge and my expertise. That's what gets people interested in what you're talking about. Or tips, 3 things to check in your policy this year. How would she show up? Make the profile clear on what she offers and who she helps. So maybe she's very niched, right? So maybe she is a local insurance agent who uses life insurance to help small business owners create their own bank, or to increase their, I guess, their investment, or how to use insurance as an investment vehicle for small business owners. Maybe that's her niche. So she would want to put that into her profile. She wants to position herself as a resource, not just a salesperson. So maybe free downloads, that's also something you can put in your feature section. You can create a download, let me see, logistics and hauling, right? Jamie, you have you want to do more contracting and you want to grow your fleet. So maybe you use AI and you say, hey, AI, the name of my business is Clutch Boss. I am a logistics hauling. I would like to create a PDF download to assist people in insert XYZ, in understanding how logistics hauling works and the call to actions for them to book me for a consultation. You can put that in your feature section. And so focus on education and trust building. We should all have some type of education piece and a trust building piece on our LinkedIn. If you were connecting with people, what should you, the people that I just listed, what should you connect with? The connection message. Hi, Mr. Enter here. I work for professionals and business owners on protecting their income and assets. I would like to connect. Once they accept, you follow up with, hey, hey, Quentin, thanks for connecting. Have you reviewed your coverage at all this year? Person's going to say, no, I haven't. Hey, I've been helping a lot of people avoid gaps in their coverage lately. Is that something you've looked into recently? If you give free consults, if you give free, contract reviews, whatever that is, you can offer that in the inbox as well. I promise you, LinkedIn, if you start doing just a few of these per week, you will move the needle in your business. What this turns into: more qualified conversations, more referrals and warm leads, stronger professional network, more clients who already trust you. Sometimes it's a long game. Sometimes you're really just planting seeds. But if you do this consistently every week, you can maybe set a goal. I want to connect with 10 event planners this week. Every week you do that, you're going to connect, you're going to move the needle in your business. You're going to get at least a couple of consultations, in which, if you have strong sales, those consultations will turn into paid contracts. So they'll go, or this particular person could go from chasing clients to having consistent conversations and inbound opportunities. LinkedIn helps you build trust at scale, and trust is what drives sales. So here's the hot seat. I can take one hot seat and then we'll do the end for a Q&A. So if you would like to volunteer, you can raise your hand. We will go over your name, your name, the business, and your goal. And we will assess together strengths, opportunities, and one specific action you could take this week to move the needle forward in your business based off of your LinkedIn.
So we don't have any volunteers. Come on now.
Don't be shy. I don't bite.
I'm gonna
Yay,
pick somebody.
Kimberly
Who is that?
Riggins, Infinite Oasis.
Yeah, we can use Kimberly. She all
Oh, look,
right.
don't start, Mark. Don't start.
She all
Don't do
right.
her like that. Can I find you, Kimberly, just by typing your name?
Oh, wait. So I haven't put that on there. I have a corporate. Well, let's go ahead because it's not gonna show well because I haven't really been on LinkedIn, so that's why I'm on here today. But
Okay.
let's see. Oh, that's it. Kimberly AR.
This is you right here, facilitating transformative energetic alignment.
Yep.
Right here. Okay. All right. All right, Miss Kimberly. I need your headshot right here.
I mean, it used to be there. I don't know where that.
Definitely, definitely a headshot.
Yeah.
Here.
That's not there though. That's different. I mean, I didn't even know that was missing. There used
Oh
to be
no.
for years and years. I don't know where that went.
No worries. Here I would maybe put the title of your company. And again, you can have AI help you with this. I would put the title of your company and maybe one tagline here
Mhm.
and something creative. I do love the background, but it's not necessarily encompassing what it is that you do. If I'm looking for you, I would want to find that here. Of course, a headshot. I know that you're working on it. Facilitating transformative energetic alignment that transcends time, tech, and temperament challenges to fully experience epic lifetime bliss and amplified connections. I would, Kimberly, if you could come off of mute, what does this mean? What do you do?
Okay, so I will explain. I transitioned from corporate to being a business consultant, transitioned from that to being a wellness provider. I own a healing art studio.
Mm-hmm.
I provide sound baths, and I'm also a Reiki master. So I
Mm.
facilitate all things with I'll call it the complementary uh, holistic wellness uh, services.
Okay. Wellness and holistic. And then you said sound baths and what else?
Sound baths, Reiki. Reiki is a energy healing modality that's being
Mm-hmm.
utilized a lot in the medical arena nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Also
Okay.
provide corporate wellness sound bath.
Ah, okay, perfect. I am typing this into AI a little bit to see how we can help. And then corporate wellness. So she wants to use her LinkedIn for more corporate contracts.
Yeah.
And then I drop this, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what I did All right. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Let me collapse this a little bit. Okay, here it is. So, of course, forgive my typos. So Polish This for Kimberly. She facilitates sound baths and Reiki energy healing, corporate wellness. She wants to use her LinkedIn for more contracts and wellness and holistic. This is what she says on her profile, and I copied and pasted this. So we're gonna have AI help us polish this a little bit. LinkedIn optimization, facilitating. I would go for the creating. So this is basically what it did was it brought forth specifically what you did versus speaking around it, right? So um instead of saying, I do wellness experiences, we're going to just go right for the gusto. So you create transformative sound bath and energy healing experiences for
Yep.
people to slow down, realign, and show up fully at work and life.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So this said it more direct than what you said it currently. I would go with one of these.
Mhm.
And you can screenshot it if you
I'm gonna
have
say, hold
time.
on. Let me cheat right quick. Hold on just a second.
I got you. Go ahead.
Um, okay, next one. Okay,
Got it.
got it. Thank you. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And ChatGPT, I call her Cha Cha. We came up with a name for her. But Cha Cha, she even says, hey, I can also rewrite her headline, her section for service positioning to match corporate buyers, HR, people ops, and wellness coordinators. Because
Yes,
that's who you want to connect with.
absolutely. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, you're so welcome. So, and then your about section. Experience, lifestyle business coach. This is all great. I would clean this up a bit, maybe make it some bullet points. Let's see what they're gonna say about it. Drop this into polish her about. Literally, I live on ChatGPT because it helps. Of course, you want to use some of these, you want to polish it to make sure it sounds human, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So through your consultancy, this is what you do. Sound bath and Reiki experiences that reduce stress and restore focus, operational workflow. And then you see down here your impact highlights. Of course, make this yours, make this real. If you really don't save people 70 to 80% in time and resources, change that to a percentage that actually makes sense for your practice. And I could drop this in the chat so you don't, or if you could screenshot it if you want.
Okay, yeah, and the thing about that was me transitioning. I kind of was trying to merge. Hold on a second. Here's mine. I was trying to merge, like I said, my business consultancy with my wellness. And so I just need to. So I'm wondering, should I make two separate LinkedIn's?
Combine it.
That's why you're seeing my other business is called Kim's Art. So that's the business like where I help small businesses formulate their ideas and things like that. And
Ah.
the Infinite Oasis is the wellness piece where I do the sound baths and the Reiki. But at the same time, I focus on, since I come from corporate, I like to focus on people like professionals and small businesses, solopreneurs, because that's who Kim's Art focused on in the past. So I've been trying to merge those things, but maybe I should just let that go.
I would do one or the other, whichever one's going to drive the income, and then you can pull them in later. If you're going to go with individual people, individual business owners, solopreneurs, then maybe your target should be organizations that work with small business owners. So even community centers, other organizations that work with small businesses, and then that way you can still get a corporate client and still do your outreach.
Right. Okay, Mark, urban lead Okay,
I got you. I got you. I got you.
But yeah, this is the gist of it. This is how, again, I use AI to enhance my LinkedIn. Before we go, I definitely want to make sure that I do have time for Q&A if there are any. The last slide is if you could take your phone, scan this. If not, you can still go to my website here. But if you scan it, you will get a LinkedIn profile and growth checklist. And these are the actions that you can do on a daily basis in order to move the needle on your business. So you can turn your profile into a pipeline to attract clients, partners, and opportunities. Simple things such as changing your headline. I kid you not, I change my headline every time I'm after a new contract, I'm after a new client, a new gig, a new speaking opportunity. I update my headline to encompass that. And then, so yes, all of my my LinkedIn information is on there as well. If you want to connect with me, Shauna, I saw that you wanted to connect. Absolutely. If you go to LinkedIn and just type in my name, Crystal Ochimba, I will pop up. My old corporate profile may pop up, but be sure that you click on the lady in the white jacket instead of the other corporate. I think I might have on a red sweater in that one. So yeah, if you scan that, I'll leave this up. You'll be able to do the download. And it does have my LinkedIn information if you would like to connect with me as well. I always love new connections. And then I will open up the Q&A for the
Yeah.
next 10 minutes and maybe take a few
Yeah.
questions if needed.
So, I got a ton of questions. I'm surprised people don't have more questions. Maybe you're so fluid with everything. But you're saying to really utilize LinkedIn to get business, not just say who you are.
Yeah.
I want to be clear. That's how she's on here now because she found me on LinkedIn. Is that correct? Tell them the story about how did you get me? Yeah, yeah.
Mark. It's funny because you asked, you were like, have we met in person? How do I know you? I'm like, oh, you know
Yeah,
me.
that's what I was.
You know me. If you don't know me, you're gonna get to know me. But yeah, I just finished a contract with LaGrange College. I finished, teaching a few semesters there, and I've always been a business coach. I've gotten, my business coaching gigs from the beauty industry, and I wanted to pivot into small business owners, not just beauty. I feel as though, I could be a major resource to fellow small business owners. And so what did I do? I said, hey, AI, give me the top 10 organizations in Atlanta that works with
Wow.
business coaches for small business owners. And of course, Urban League popped up. And then I said, okay,
Hold on, wait. Was I number one or where was I on that list?
I don't remember where you guys
Yeah, no, I'm
fell,
just joking. Just
but
joking.
I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the organization anyway, actually. So yeah, I started my outreach and I said, okay, well, who would I need to do? I need to connect with directors and program managers and program directors. And I said, Google Urban League program manager, program director, and Mark's name popped up and I found Mark and I tracked him down. I said, hey, Mark, this is what I do. This is what I'm looking for. Do you have anything? Do you
Yeah.
have any opportunities? And then, you reply back and I say, you got a minute for a 15-minute call? And you sent your calendar link and I hopped on the call and said, hey, Mark, this is what I do. And I said, what's up? What we doing? What?
And that's where we are today.
And here we are.
That's why I have her on here because she used LinkedIn to actually get to me. A lot of people try to reach me a lot of different ways, but I just thought it was really cool because of the fact that she used it in a way I hadn't really ever thought about using it. Like I've learned things today about even posting. I write a lot of articles and things like that, and I have a podcast. I could probably be posting all of that. But I think the deal is that hopefully you learned today I like this tagline, turn your profile into attracting clients, partners, and opportunities. And she just attracted one. Um, I want you guys to scan and try to connect with her, but hopefully she'll be on our team here, because of the fact that these are skills. Tell me the other areas, are there other tools like LinkedIn that people should be using to try to promote their business? I know there's Facebook and, a lot of people are Instagram and things like that. So from a business perspective, is LinkedIn it? What about X and all of this? People are telling me to, I do a podcast, so I do about weekly, a solo podcast. But everybody said, "Oh, you need to take the reels and put them on Instagram. You
Yeah.
need to do, you need to do things like this." And I don't do that. I get a very high open rate on my podcast because I'm using Substack
Mm.
to promote my business. But I should be. I do post to LinkedIn. I post my things to LinkedIn, but I don't post with any kind of diligence or taglines or anything like that.
Yes,
Um,
yes, you need to be consistent on LinkedIn. I would do a few regular social media. So, like you said, X, if your people are whoever your target demo is, if they're on X, sure. We don't use X, we use Facebook and Instagram and TikTok the most because that's where our target demo are and we post recurring. YouTube is another thing, especially with your podcast. You could take audio only, or when you start recording your podcast, do a video set up on your phone and then post on YouTube. That's another good way to get people. Use AI to make sure that you're using SEO for your taglines and your hashtags. But yeah, you can get found that way too on YouTube. I've had people find my videos on YouTube about my business, and that's how they find me.
I yeah, other thing I saw when you're posting, you had your graphic up, but it was a picture of you talking,
Hmm.
you know, doing the same thing. Is that something that you do? What tool are you using to do that?
So you can use iMovie because I have an iPhone. You can use iMovie, and there's another one called PhotoGrid that I use for the picture in picture. And I think TikTok also allows you to do that as well. And then I just save it and repost it.
All right, I see another question out there, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, so no, this doesn't directly pertain to LinkedIn, but I was wondering, you have an advice on website. I'm trying to get away from GoDaddy. It's costing me a fortune for the size that
Yeah.
I'm currently am.
Yeah. So yes, well, I use GoDaddy for my actual what do you call that? Like my URL. But I use Squarespace actually. I was using WordPress for a while with another company and it was expensive. So I went over to Squarespace and I used Fiverr.com, Fiverr. I found a website builder for $300 and he built it in less than a week. And then I like Squarespace because I can change it myself or I can teach my assistant to update it. So it was pretty affordable,
And the
if that
problem
answers
I
your
have
question.
is the WordPress added to uh to my GoDaddy, and it's like monthly is ridiculous for the size of my company right now. And I've
Oh,
been
I'm
looking to
sure.
change, but I wanted a recommendation of somebody that's more established.
Yeah, Squarespace is where I go. And then what you can do is go to Fiverr and look for someone specifically in your industry that specializes in websites. And then also what you can do is have them say, like, hey, this is my website. I like the website, but I want it built in Squarespace and maybe even consolidate some of your pages. On my website, I had a ton of pages and drop downs and downloads and things of that sort. And I had a little a come to Jesus moment with myself and just realized I really didn't need so many pages. So I scaled down to about 5 pages, including a landing page. A landing page, if you have a strong landing page, you don't really need as many links and pages as you probably have. So yeah, my advice would be to go to Fiverr, have somebody rebuild in Squarespace for a minimal. I'm talking under $500, and maybe cut down on some non-essential pages if you could, or consolidate.
Well, I'm looking to capitalize on the last class we had on Base 44 using chat to create my own website as well. So I got some adjustments to make, but I wanted to shift off GoDaddy into something more practical and build
Yeah.
it there instead of here.
Yeah. And then also, don't be afraid to outsource. At the end of the day, you're a CEO. You should be doing CEO things. And sometimes CEO things, if it costs you more time than money to build out a website, if you think about it, whatever you do in your business, if you have a dollar amount per hour that you technically pay yourself, right? Whatever that may be, even if you're not paying yourself that dollar per hour, you are worth something per hour. If you spend more time, X amount, $150, let's just say times 10. If you spend more than that amount building your website, you need to outsource. So I believe in delegation and automation. So that's another t-shirt too. So yeah, I would go on Fiverr and see what you can do in terms of getting your website rebuilt on something a little more palatable.
I did try playing around with
Thank-
Base 44, and it actually created something pretty good, but you still have to understand website development to make it tight.
Fiverr can probably build it right there on that platform for you.
Okay.
Find somebody $300, maybe $400. Yeah, I love to delegate. I'd rather pay somebody a small amount than for me to spend time and the frustration doing it, because the amount of time that I'm spending building the website, I could have been taking a client to pay for that.
I have a question for you, Miss Crystal.
Sure.
This is Shauna with the CMOS Depot. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Shauna?
Amazing. Thank you, Mark. The plug. I wanted to ask, because I know a lot of people have been, saying that LinkedIn is a really good avenue for us. I just haven't landed in that space. I made a page, but I don't even know how to sign into it. That's how long it's been. But my question is, I thought it was a good segue from what Mark asked about the videos. Are you able to, I have people taste the CMOS live when they come into the stores. Is that something that you can add to the LinkedIn page, or it doesn't allow videos?
Oh no, you can definitely do videos. You'll see on one of my posts on my LinkedIn profile, I've added a video with the caption. So I do videos all the time. Statistics say that videos actually get more plays and more attention than just static posts. So yeah, I think especially like reaction videos. I did a marketplace type of assignment for my students where they presented their business idea to their colleagues and to their other professors on campus. And I was filming, and one of the filmed reactions I got was the professor saying, "Oh my God, that's such a great idea." And everybody loved that snippet because it validated their business. So I think you getting reaction posts, and maybe that's your thing, maybe that's your signature, right? You're getting reaction of people tasting like, "Oh my God, this is so good," or "Oh, this tastes like apple," or something like that. And then one of the reaction videos that I have is does microneedling hurt? And then I have a video, and this was total natural reaction. I was really just recording to be recording, and the reaction was from the client, "Oh my God, that didn't hurt at all." And now I posted it on my social media, and now people are asking for that service because they were so afraid. So that was education, that was visibility, and then that was also validity, right? Like I was able to validate their fears and then debunk their fears with that video only. So I think I love that idea. I think you should definitely do reaction videos as like your thing and post those on LinkedIn and social media for sure.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Sorry, I just took that idea and ran with it, but there was something popped in my head and I got excited. Sorry, Sean.
Oh no, that's exactly what I was wondering. So it was perfectly answered.
Awesome. All right. I can take one more question. I know that we conclude in just a few moments, but I am definitely open to one more question if you have it. If not, you can definitely connect with me on LinkedIn. Everything's on that download there. And then like Mark said he's bringing me back. So
Yeah, I'm gonna bring that. So everyone please scan We only have a couple more sessions left in this first 12-week series. I'm creating another 12-week series. I'm going to be sending all of you a survey. A lot of you have been, Kimberly, did you raise your hand again?
I did. I was waiting. I didn't know if anybody had a business question, but real quick, just a quick question. Do you do electrolysis?
I don't. I do laser hair removal, but no, I don't do electrolysis. There's actually very few people in the city that does it still.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
And what I was saying, I'm going to be sending you all a survey, kind of a satisfaction survey, evaluation survey. A lot of you have been here every Wednesday morning for the past few weeks. I want to get what you think about what we're doing. And I want you to suggest some ideas, some topics. I know AI is the big one, so I'm going to be doing a lot with AI. But other topics, what I'm really trying to make these really impactful. Like today, we really learned about how to use tools. We talk about them, on a call that we had earlier, we talked about AI. I had a guy come on and show us how to use the tools. So if there are particular tools that you want to learn how to use, like MailChimp or anything like that, please let me know. And I'll have experts come on and show you how to get the most out of the tool that you're working with. That's the worst thing I've seen happen is a lot of people have all these tools. Like a lot of us have LinkedIn. Are we using it? Are we using it to generate revenue? Are we using it to make contact with clients and things like that? So I want you to really think about the tools that you have and are you really utilizing them? And I'm going to bring in professionals to show you guys how to do it. So if that's good, if I don't see any more questions or anything like that, hopefully you scanned her name. She will be back. I want to thank you, Miss Crystal, for coming out. And
Absolutely.
the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your day.
Wait, Mark, there's a question. Somebody's asking how do we watch the past episodes?
You know what? I've been pulling them down. If you go to the Urban League YouTube page, and I'll send you guys a link, I'm posting them there. Okay. Instead of just sending them out to everybody. That's what I was going to do. But now I'm just going to post them to the Urban League YouTube page, and you'll be able to see those episodes there.
Okay. And a great idea, since it came up a couple of times too, Mark, is maybe getting an expert to help us build out websites too. That might be a good one.
All right. Yeah, okay. I can do that.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
All
Thank you,
right.
everyone.
Everyone have a good day. Okay.
Bye, guys.